At 2:30 on October 25, 1944, Lieutenant Commander Richard O'Kane stood on the bridge of USS Tang in the Taiwan Strait. He watched, horrified, as the wake of his final torpedo curved back toward his submarine. It was meant for a Japanese transport. Instead, it was turning left, making a wide circle through the dark water, its phosphorescent trail terrifyingly clear. It was coming straight for Tang. O'Kane had maybe 15 seconds to react. He had just fired Tang's 24th and final torpedo of her 5th war patrol. In 5 days, his submarine had sunk more Japanese tonnage than most boats managed in their entire war careers. But this last torpedo was malfunctioning. Emergency flank speed, hard right rudder. Tang's engines screamed, lunging forward. O'Kane tried to outrun his own weapon, but Tang was already at attack speed. The acceleration wasn't enough. He watched the wake closing. He knew it would hit. His crew, his tactics, his training, all perfect. But one equipment failure, one torpedo malfunction, was about to destroy the most successful submarine in United States Navy history, and O'Kane would survive to witness it. Richard O'Kane, born 1911, joined the pre-commissioning crew of USS Wahoo in 1942. Its first patrols were cautious and frustrating. Then, on December 31, 1942, Lieutenant Commander Dudley Morton took command. Morton was aggressive, believing submarines were offensive weapons meant to sink ships. Morton made a radical proposal. O'Kane would handle all periscope observations during attacks. Morton would run the plot and con the submarine. O'Kane would be the eyes, Morton the brain. This unprecedented partnership transformed submarine warfare. On Wahoo's 3rd patrol, in January 1943, they plunged into Wewak Harbor, a hostile Japanese base, and sank the destroyer, Harasaki. 2 days later, they hit a convoy, sinking a tanker, a freighter, and a troop transport Bairu. Morton made the controversial decision to surface and use deck guns on survivors. Wahoo returned with 8 confirmed ships sunk, an unprecedented record. Morton and O'Kane were heroes. O'Kane served 4 more successful patrols with Morton, their synchronization perfect. But Morton pushed too hard. In October 1943, Wahoo was lost with all hands in the Sea of Japan. O'Kane, now overseeing construction of USS Tang, was devastated. He vowed to fight as Morton had taught him, to sink more ships, to make Morton proud. When O'Kane commissioned Tang in October 1943, he applied Morton's lessons and went further. He revolutionized the entire cruise operation with relentless training. He focused obsessively on periscope work, speed, and accuracy, demanding instant identification. He drilled them daily until perfection was automatic. O'Kane also perfected night surface attacks. His specialty, he believed they offered overwhelming advantages. Full speed, better visibility, rapid maneuvers, charging into convoys. This required perfect coordination, every man reacting instantly. Tang's first patrol proved O'Kane's methods. Sinking 5 ships, her 3rd patrol was legendary. In the dangerous Yellow and East China Seas, Tang encountered a massive convoy, 6 large ships, 16 escorts. O'Kane attacked on the surface, charging into the middle. Torpedoes flew. Massive explosions lit the night. 4 ships sank minus 16,000 tons destroyed in one attack. By the time Tang returned, she'd sunk 10 ships, the most successful single submarine patrol of the entire war. O'Kane received his 2nd Navy Cross. By September 1944, Richard O'Kane was the most successful submarine commander in the Pacific. 4 patrols, 27 ships sunk. Exhausted, he refused a break. Tang was his. He would command her 5th patrol. The 5th patrol in the Taiwan Strait was initially successful. On October 23, Tang found a huge convoy. O'Kane charged in on the surface, firing 8 torpedoes. All 8 hit. Explosions ripped through the convoy. A Japanese destroyer charged Tang. O'Kane couldn't dive. He turned hard. The destroyer exploded. 5 ships were sinking. A spectacular success. Then came the night of October 24th. Tang's radar picked up another large convoy. O'Kane called his crew to battle stations. They had 2 torpedoes left. The problem wasn't supposed to happen. American Mark 18 electric torpedoes were quiet and weightless, but had a hidden flaw. A gyroscope malfunction could cause a circular run. O'Kane knew the risk. Standard doctrine was to crash dive after firing, but O'Kane stayed on the surface to observe. It was dangerous, but it had made Temps unstoppable. Now, it was about to kill him. The torpedo was 30 feet away, then 20. O'Kane watched it come. No escape. The Mark 18 struck Tang's aft torpedo room. The explosion was massive. Everything aft of the conning tower disintegrated. The 9 men on the bridge were hurled into the water. O'Kane surfaced, gasping. Tang sank in less than a minute. In the forward torpedo room, 30 men were still alive, trapped 180 feet down. Chief William Liebold took charge. Their only way out was the Momsen lung, an emergency escape device. Few trusted it. Japanese patrol boats arrived overhead, dropping depth charges. An electrical fire started. The air grew toxic. At 6 o'clock, 13 men began their escape through the trunk. Only 5 reached the surface. O'Kane, hypothermic after 8 hours, was found by a Japanese patrol boat. Sailors hauled him aboard. The brutal beating started immediately. In total, 9 Tang crew members survived. O'Kane, 3 others from the bridge, and 5 from the torpedo room. 9 out of 87-78. Men dead. The most successful submarine in American naval history, sunk by her own weapon. The survivors were taken to Afuna, a secret interrogation camp. O'Kane gave only name, rank, serial number, enduring beatings and starvation. All 9 Temp survivors refused to break. Later, at Omorie punishment camp, O'Kane was targeted by Corporal Mutsuhiro Watanabe. The bird, a sadist. O'Kane never gave him the satisfaction. His defiance gave strength to the others. The war ended in August 1945. American forces arrived at Omorie. The prisoners were free. O'Kane, skeletal and bruised, was alive. All 9 Temp survivors were alive. The Navy debriefed O'Kane. His memory helped reconstruct Tang's final hours. The Mark 18's gyroscope flaw was confirmed. Review of Tang's combat record, cross-referenced with Japanese losses, revealed O'Kane had actually sunk 33 ships, not 24. Total tonnage, 116,454. The highest total for any American submarine. Richard O'Kane was the most successful submarine commander in U.S. naval history. On March 27, 1946, President Harry Truman presented O'Kane with the Medal of Honor, 3 Navy Crosses, and 3 Silver Stars. But O'Kane rarely talked about his medals. He talked about his crew, the 78 who didn't come home, the 9 who survived. O'Kane stayed in the Navy, testified at war crimes trials, and mentored young officers. His message: train hard, trust your crew. Be aggressive but calculated. He adapted Morton's lessons, trained his crew relentlessly, took risks, and achieved impossible results. When his own weapon destroyed his submarine, he survived. He endured, he came home. He mentored. He passed on the lessons of leadership that made ordinary men extraordinary. His story is a testament to exceptional leadership, forged in the crucible of war, where men pushed themselves and their teams beyond what anyone thought possible. If you found this story compelling, please take a moment to like this video. It helps us share more forgotten stories from the Second World War. Subscribe to stay connected with these untold histories. Each one matters. Each one deserves to be remembered. Thank you for watching, and thank you for keeping these stories alive.